Hello, this is Sheriff Ray Nash, and I want to welcome you to my first feeble attempt at making a video blog for my Police Dynamics blog site. This is something I've wanted to do for years and really never have gotten around to doing it. And here I am, stuck in beautiful downtown Kabul, Afghanistan. We're on lockdown today, so I really have nothing better to do than to make this video for you demonstrating the difference between ethics and character. You see, although these are related concepts, they're really distinctly different. For example, ethics tends to be much more behavior-based. You know, we have ethical rules of conduct. You can do this, but you can't do that. Character, on the other hand, springs from the heart. According to our definition of character, good character is the inward motivation to do the right thing regardless of the circumstances and regardless of the cost. Let me see if I can illustrate the difference for you this way. Let's suppose that you went to work for me. I'm your boss, you're my employee, I'm your sheriff, you're one of my deputies. And because you're such a deep thinker, you have come up with this very creative, brilliant idea that's going to revolutionize the way that we do business in law enforcement. And you can't wait to share it with me, your sheriff. So you come to my office one day. Sheriff, can I talk to you for a moment? Well, of course, come in, sit down. What's on your mind? What you didn't know is that prior to you coming to my office, I was deeply engaged in some project over here on my computer. And so as you begin to download your information, I'm working on my computer and I'm paying attention to you, and I'm back with my computer and I'm back and I'm forth and I'm back and I'm forth. I understand. Okay, well, that makes sense to me. Continue. All right, yes. All right, well, I understand what you're saying. I tell you what, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that for me? I didn't quite catch that last. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and hold that thought for just a second. Okay. Now you can continue and on, back and forth, and finally I say, okay, I tell you what, sounds like a great idea. You're empowered. You go forth, put it into practice. Then you can report back to me. I'm sorry. Was there something else? And of course you say, no, Sheriff, there's nothing else, and leave. Now, in that exchange, how much value did I place on you and your brilliant idea? Yeah, not very much. And how motivated are you going to be to go out and implement that idea based on my response to you? Or how motivated are you going to be to come to me with any future brilliant ideas that you might have sometime down the line? We can discourage initiative and motivation so easily just by our demeanor and the way in which we deal with people. Let's change the scenario slightly. Suppose you're not just coming to me with a brilliant idea, but you've got some deep personal issue that you're struggling with, and you've come to me for some type of advice or counsel. And I treat you in much the same way. How much value have I now placed on you as an individual, a person with a problem or an issue that needs some help? You see, lack of character goes right to the very heart of building trust within our relationships. Now, in that exchange, you wouldn't say that I was being unethical. I mean, I haven't violated any ethical standard that I'm aware of. But according to our definition of character, you would say I was demonstrating poor character. For instance, the character quality of attentiveness. That's one of the essential character qualities that we deal with, because attentiveness is the key to learning. And we define attentiveness this way. It's showing the worth of a person, an idea, or a task by giving my undivided concentration. Now see, in that scenario before, I was not giving you my undivided concentration. I was giving you my divided concentration. Divided between you and the computer. And it communicated a certain message. It wasn't unethical, but it was a demonstration of poor character. Character allows us to get this rather nebulous idea of ethics and break it down into its component parts. and define each one of these parts individually, each one of these character qualities like attentiveness. And there are many others, of course, and these form the building blocks for a man or a woman of integrity. And as we learn to define and identify and encourage and model these character qualities into our own life, we are well on the way to building a reputation as being a man or a woman of true character.